You boys ever find yourself looking over your shoulder because 4 years ago you threw a boomerang and it hasn't came back yet? Or maybe in between lovely stares at the new chimpanzee arrival at the city zoo, just counting your minutes until you two can be left alone so you can have your way with that sexy monkey wondered. Can a bowl of soup change the world? It seems an unlikely proposition, but on a cold January morning in Paris, a pair of dumb cunt climate activists decided to test the theory. Armed with only their convictions and a pot of pumpkin soup, they stormed the hallowed halls of the Louvre Museum, aiming their unlikely ammunition at one of the world's most famous paintings, the Mona Lisa. The date was January 28, 2024. The Mona Lisa, valued at a cool $100 million and shielded by bulletproof glass since the 1950s, remained unscathed. The question still remains, are these two bitches just that stupid to think the painting would not be covered, or are they just doing it for show? I'm sure it's just for show, and they still thought adults give the silent treatment to their lovers because they don't get their way. Luckily enough for us boys, all climate activists are dirt butch dyke whores that we won't have to worry about. Anyways, the soup splattered against the protective barrier, a vibrant orange contrast to the serene countenance of Da Vinci's muse. As the soup dripped down the glass, the activists shouted slogans, their voices echoing in the evacuated room. These were not vandals, they were members of the Food Riposte Group, a collective advocating for a better food system. Their t-shirts bore the words, "Food Counterattack." Their message was clear. They demanded better access to healthy food and a decent income for farmers. They were not just fighting for themselves, but for French farmers who had been protesting for days against red tape, cheap imports and poor remuneration. This wasn't the first time climate activists had turned to art in their quest for change. In November of 2022, a Van Gogh painting in Rome had faced a similar fate, splattered with pea soup by the climate group Ultima Generazione. Museums had become a stage for these dramatic protests, the world's most famous paintings serving as the backdrop. Probably because the only people that go to museums are little bitches and are not carrying a gun. Let them try to pull some shit like that at a trades day in Texas and see if they don't get shot in the face for trying to even drip soup on somebody's prized coon dog. The implications of these actions are as layered as the paintings they target. They highlight the intersection of art, activism, and the fight for a sustainable future. They show that activism is evolving, but somehow getting dumber at the same time, finding new ways to draw attention to what they think are world's most pressing issues, and they remind us that the fight for a better world can sometimes get a little messy. So, can a bowl of soup change the world? Perhaps not on its own, but it can certainly make a statement, and sometimes that's a good place to start. This soup-splattered protest at the Louvre is a vivid reminder that there are still dumb, cunt-ass, butch dyke whores that run around talking about pronouns and why they hate men. Now scurry off, you little future leaders of America. The zoo closes in 30 minutes and I have a sweet date with Darla.